Hey everyone, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and go over to our home, doubletoasted.com, for more videos and live streams. And remember, stay toasty. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into our first movie this evening, which is The Conjuring 2. Now, with this, it's another chapter in the lives of Ed and Lorraine Warren, played by Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga. Of course, they were in the first Conjuring where, I never saw it.
You didn't see the first Conjuring?
Thing is, I bought a video game. I bought a game for my PS4, and when you bought that game, they gave you a free gift. And The Conjuring was it. And I have it at home, still in plastic. I'm scared. I'm scared to watch it, man.
Okay, I was about to say you just like, I just didn't get around to it.
I heard scary things and good things about it. I said, no, I got to be in a special mood to see this. But that's an interesting approach because, since I haven't seen the first one, how is the second one? And with this second one here, not with the first Conjuring, there were things that this real life couple is based on a real life couple, Ed and Lorraine Warren. They would go out and solve these paranormal investigations, and you heard about that doll with Annabelle, the evil doll. They're the other ones that keep her locked in glass so she can't go out and do evil anymore.
Keep her in doll prison.
Keep her in doll prison.
She look like the Joker sitting in there.
I know. Locked behind glass like Hannibal Lecter and shit. Every now and then if you look at her, she looks her tongue. But there's another case that's going on. And right when they say, we're not going to do this anymore. We're done. Because Lorraine, she's starting to get visions. Visions that, hey, you keep this up, you're going to piss off the wrong demon. They're going to come and get that ass in a minute. We can't get you, girl. We're going to get your man.
Right.
But there's one thing that's happening in London that they cannot turn away from. I mean, the church has said, wait, look, please, this family needs your help. I mean, they are bad. They ain't got no money. They broke. They can't move.
They living in England. I mean, God, it's just going bad for them.
Teeth all fucked up. I mean, what they gonna do?
Their teeth's not like our teeth.
Yeah.
Cookies are cookies. They're not biscuits.
Yeah, that's what they kept saying to the whole movie. Can I have a biscuit? They don't even have cookies on. They got biscuits.
It was an American ghost. That's why it was mad. I'm calling this shit wrong. Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
Now, as with the first Conjuring, this is all based on a true story, and the true story here is the Hodgson family. Now, this is back in 1977 and occurred through 1979. This is in Brimsdown, Enfield, England. And this family right here, they have it's a lot of kids there, but they had an 11-year-old daughter, Janet Hodgson, who claimed to be possessed by some spirit, some demon.
Right.
And a lot of people came in to investigate this. Now, here's the thing about these movies. These movies they lie. I mean, they try to sell you on this shit so you'll be scared of the movie based on a true story. Until this day, they say that the house is still. And it's all bullshit.
Right.
It's all bullshit. You know what I mean? But with this particular incident right here, there was they called in a famous magician, Milbourne Christopher. I don't know who this dude is, but he came at the time. He's like, look, as a magician who never reveals any tricks, I'm telling these people are full of shit.
Right. She lying. Yeah. He's definitely lying.
Yeah, look at that dude in the background. You know they are. Look at they all. They look guilty.
Yeah, I think everybody looks guilty in a black and white photo.
Yeah, they do. Because they could be possessed. They look scary as fuck right there. Look, especially Mom. Mom looked like she possessed because she can't even look at the camera.
I thought she just showing off her fly ass shoes. Check these out.
She's modeling right now.
The Mary Poppin' 8s. Get them.
I got them. What do you call that? The
Yeezys.
The Yeezys on. But and the kids even came out and they said, yeah, the two girls in the family, the sisters, they said, look, we were pranking. It was all a joke. A lot of people couldn't let it go because it was a good story, and even some of the reporters wouldn't let it go because they were being made fun of for just saying, "Oh well, you're stupid because you fell for it." I mean, nobody else was falling for this shit but you. But they had to kind of, make sure their reputation was in keep. So they, and I don't even think that the Warrens were in on this particular case. This is the real life Warren couple right there. And I don't even know if they were in on the case, because you read about Amityville, they're there, and I think there's another thing out there that they're mentioning. But when I was reading about this, I didn't hear about them. So they changed it up enough to where they just pulled in another case probably and just crowbarred this couple in there.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, because they want to keep this going. And the first Conjuring, it was critically praised. They said it was genuinely scary and genuinely well made. And with this particular movie right here, I tell you, without having seen the first one, I do appreciate this film and their approach, because with this one, this is approached from a very skeptical point of view.
Right.
I mean, we revealed the ghost very early, but since we're shown the ghost and everything that's happening, you would think that these people start going in like Ghostbusters and shit, right. Proton packs and everything, but they don't. They actually, when we see the ghost, everybody else involved in this, everybody else approaches it from sort of a rational point of view.
Yeah, it's like the people that want to see it, like the people who, stand to profit from it if it is a false story, are like the family and like the reporter that's like, yeah, we're going to make this a big thing. So they're the ones that keep seeing the ghost. So you're saying, like, the Warrens come in and they're like, well, we haven't seen it yet. We haven't felt anything. But the family's like, no, you got to believe us. You got to believe us. And you as an audience, you're seeing it from both sides. So you're sitting there thinking, is the ghost real? Are the Warrens right?
Exactly. But it's cool for an audience member like myself to see this not just come out and be about jump scares and trying to scare you right off the bat. The church comes in. The Warrens even have to. Everybody can lose something if they don't come in with a rational point of view and question this deeply. And everybody does that in the movie. When the church approaches the Warrens, the first thing they say is, well, is this person mentally ill or mentally unstable?
Bill. Bill who?
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Be funny if like these what? These nuts, bitch.
Got him.
Throw the quarter. Fuck you. Yeah, but this ghost in here. Now I'm not scared. I actually love this ghost, man, because this ghost is a straight up asshole, man.
The second they brought, even before they showed it, there was a part where I was like, man, this is Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh, because it's an old dude. And you're like, you stupid son of a bitch.
Yeah, like the whole time you're watching it, and this is like, he would do shit like to mess with the family. There was like something that an old person would do. Like he'll change the channel. Like, I was watching that, you whore.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm rocking in my chair, you dick face.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, all right.
Oh yeah, he's fucking with people at first, and he tries to be kind of cool, but then it gets up to a point where he's just tired of everybody.
Right.
Ghosts in movies, they stay in shadows and they kind of whisper in the dark, hey, get out. Not this ghost right here, man. This ghost comes right out.
Oh yeah.
Everybody know I'm here.
Surprise,
Get
bitches.
the fuck out of my house. And it's funny, he's like, I ain't gonna do none of that creepy foreplay. I'm gonna sit up here and throw shit at everybody.
That's one of the things I loved about this, especially the pacing of it, is that usually movies would be like, the ghost will just chill out when the police come by. The ghost like, no, I'm here.
No, that ghost don't give a fuck. If y'all ain't listening, I'm gonna throw shit. Throw a tantrum until somebody hears me. Get the hell out of my house.
No, I don't want to hear another word. Now get back to bed, the lot of you!
Shut up all that goddamn noise.
That's in like the first 15 minutes too.
Yeah, that is. That's like the ghost comes right out.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't playing all that spooky shit, just reveal myself at the end. I'm telling you right now, get the fuck out of my house. And he's right. The police come over. I like the way he's like, no, I'm gonna respect the police. I ain't gonna do no crazy shit. I'm just gonna slide some shit.
Black Lives Matter. Chill out.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all ain't gonna shoot me even though I'm dead. Y'all ain't gonna unload on my ass. I'm just gonna slide some shit. But I love it. That ghost goes so hard that even a camera crew comes over. It goes like, I don't give a fuck. Set that shit up. We can treat this shit like State of the Union right here. Get the fuck out of my house.
Is anybody there who wishes to communicate? Janet?
I like the way Mom was just about to leave.
She like, all right, I don't know them.
Yeah. Getting the ghosts out the way early, they don't rely on jump scares, cheap jump scares. But the jump scares still are there. But the reason why they're not so cheap to me, and I know how you felt about this, the reason why I like the jump scares in this movie is because It's not some cheap shit like a cat jumping out from a closet or, you know, your friend like snuck up on you. Ooh, I'm sorry. Wait, man, what's wrong? You
Hey,
know?
Jessica, I didn't hear you walking up on me in high heels.
And how, yeah.
on a hardwood floor. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, you know, all that kind of shit. No, when something jumps at you, it's that demon.
Yeah.
It's that demon on your ass. Surprise, bitch!
Bitch, you won.
I love that look right there.
That's a terrified look from her, man. I gotta be like, they didn't tell her that was gonna happen.
Man, they punked that girl.
Yeah.
You know, the director told her, hey, why don't you go upstairs and get that bag for me?
They actually locked her in the room and started turning the crank. She's like, oh, James. Here's My Little Pony doll in there. Go get it.
Yeah, go get it. We got a surprise for you. Man. Oh, it's in the corner. Hey, wait, rolling cameras real quick.
Hold on.
She contorting this shit. Look at her.
Yeah, man. She put in some work with this
Man,
role.
she dislocated her shoulder doing that shit.
That was good, James. I need to go to a hospital. Thank you.
Dislocated her jaw. Look at that, man.
She like the chick from The Ring.
Yeah. Man, she could swallow a fucking rhino right now. Unhinged her jaw. The real emotion of the movie is the actress, Madison Wolfe.
Oh, yeah. Janet, I think, was her name in the movie.
Janet Hodgson, yeah. In the film, she ain't even scared no more, man.
Yeah.
She just tired.
She's like, man, it's been like 3 weeks. I haven't gotten a good night's rest. I've missed all my episodes of G.I. Joe. I'm upset. I was like, all
And
right,
she
cool.
is tired as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
she just don't care. That was a part of the ghost jumped out like, she's like, fuck it, I don't give a shit.
She's like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Like, we can play backgammon later. Chill.
Just let me take a nap. I'll be scared later on. But she's, for a girl who, now I don't know how old the actress really is. In the movie, she's 11.
Right.
But this little girl shows torment and age. I mean, this haunting has aged her.
Yeah, man. Like there was a part again really early on in the movie where she's like hiding under the covers, and you see legit fear and horror on her face. She starts crying. You're like, oh my god, this is real.
Yeah, it's like you feel like no little girl should have to suffer this kind of torment, man.
What does it say?
It said it wants to hurt you.
She looked mad like, no, you said that shit. Better take that shit back if I beat your little ass.
Put hands on you, little girl. Ectoplasm.
She looked like that. Oh shit, she don't believe in ghosts no more right now.
I'm gonna beat that demon out of you.
Yeah, and the cast is good, man. I mean, Patrick Wilson he's one of my favorite actors because he's one of those actors that he's never like overacting. You always see him be calm.
He seems to always play roles in the 70s for some reason or the 80s.
Cause he grows sideburns really well, man.
Yeah, like from The Conjuring and then Annabelle and then was it Fargo? Like he always.
I didn't even notice that. Yeah, that's a good point. And look, I'm convinced it's because he grows real good 70s sideburns,
His
man.
Elvis burns.
Yeah, wears a turtleneck real nice. Which is some Elvis sideburns.
Yeah, I think he legit thinks it's 1976 still.
That's what they cast him. I just want to lick them sideburns. like you said. Vera Farmiga, like I said, they play. You are convinced that they really do care for each other. Again, a big strength of the movie. It's not so much of a horror movie. And the cool thing about this not being so much of a horror movie, even when it is a horror movie, it takes the approach of a thriller. It's more like a procedural.
Yeah. Like they did one thing that I really liked. It's something that they always show in paranormal movies is when the Catholic Church comes in, they're just like, oh, whatever, we don't give a shit. And this one they're like, nah, you need to check this out. And they're like, well, why won't they get involved? Well, because of this. You're like, oh, that explains it. Now I know why the Catholic Church is very reluctant to do things like this.
Well, they make it seem like, man, okay, so you know these movies, like you're right. When the church comes in, like, you have to stop this demon. They're like, nah, man, we might fuck with this demon. We're gonna get a lawsuit.
Yeah, we're gonna go to jail.
This demon might take us to court.
It was them.
I was minding my own business. They moved in. I had to claim this house first. You know, it was to a point where when you saw what they were doing, it made a very, very exaggerated situation like this seem real. They did not want to do anything unless they were absolutely sure.
Right.
And with that kind of, and it was almost sort of a scientific approach to it too. I mean, the way they set up the equipment everywhere, the way they they said, okay, this is the method for trying to make sure that this girl is speaking with two voices. You know, they had all these methods prepared, and it's like, okay, you know, it's still kind of dumb. But
And keep in mind, and this is like pre, like, you know, was it Ghost Hunters, where they have like the thermal camera? Look, it's colder over here. You know, there's a ghost there.
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
that's just the AC vent. Chill out.
yeah, before they had the blue light and you saw the ghost jizz all over the room.
Yeah. Ew.
That's ectoplay. Yeah, whatever, man. Jacking off, but you know, it's it also helps that this has a bigger budget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's one of the reasons why I don't like Insidious.
Yeah, Insidious had a really like spook house budget thing like going on.
Like, have you ever go to a spook house like in a garage or something? They got sheets hung up and everything.
Yeah.
That's what Insidious is like to me.
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind, I really like a lot of the elements of Insidious, like the first 3/4 of it. Amazing horror movie. That last quarter of it is where it kind of lost me, because that's when it went that whole spook house white face paint route.
Oh yeah, but this right here, there's a budget here, and the cool thing about this budget is that it brings in for things that make you appreciate this as, again, a legit movie outside of a horror film. There's great art direction here. There's right down from the touches to make this look like the 70s to, you know, and there's even things where you look at it, they're doing things with 70s decor, like this scene right here in the hallway where it looks like something out of a Wes Anderson movie, but you know, they took that old flowery 70s wallpaper.
Right.
You know, there's some art direction here. There's also, you know, the clothes and everything, but what I really liked that I normally would complain about, because I think it's a little cliche, is the dreary, gray, rainy look to not only a horror movie but London.
Yeah.
But I kind of excused it here because I said, well, it just lends to the emotion, the emotional the distress that this family is behind.
Yeah, it fits the motif. Like, you're supposed to feel oppressed by something in this house, and you know, everything's gray and dreary, and you're going through the same shit with the girl. Like when they first show this family, it's a sunny, nice day, and they're happy, and then shit comes in, and it's like, all right, we're gonna change the lighting a little bit. You're like, all right, this sucks.
Well, you know, I forgot how it did start out sunny.
Yeah.
You know, so they know what they're doing with this as far as to shift the mood. And one of the things that I also appreciate is how they went and they looked at some of the old photographs and some of the pictures from the original case.
Right.
I didn't know until I started looking it up, but they have some pictures where you can see how the room was decorated in the movie just like it was in real life.
Yep.
And that's a picture right there where that girl is supposed to be levitating right now, and even in the movie they say, nah, it looks like she's jumping in the air. This is bullshit.
Yeah, like everybody comes in, and I think that's one thing they really conveyed well, just to back up your point, is that everybody comes in with being skeptics. They're like, all right, we want to believe you, but this is the issue, or we want to believe that, but look at this, look at that. They're questioning what the audience thinks. So it was nice to see like characters in the movie that are like, all right, they're rational, normal, everyday people.
Yeah, and they even had some touches with the 70s motif, man. Some humorous touches. Do you remember when they were shooting that TV show, and they when the TV crew came to investigate the case, and they edited it so bad.
Yeah.
And the people were acting really
I love
bad.
that. I was like, it looks just like a 70s or like film in that mode right there.
Like when they showed the police couple walking up, and then they popped up closer.
Yeah.
The editing was so bad.
You're like, Jesus, what the hell?
Yeah, y'all teleport, y'all ghost. But it's meant to be comedic, but they didn't overdo it.
Right, yeah, that was one thing that James Wan did really well in this movie. He was able to bring in horror, comedy elements, drama elements, thriller elements.
Yeah,
like this
yeah.
movie bounced around with the like different genres the entire time.
Yeah, you know what? I'm very surprised by this film. I really am, because I didn't expect to have so many other genres in there and have those genres perform well. But you know, it's not a perfect movie for me. I mean, it's still, because it's a horror movie, and because they now got some money, they got to do things now where they show you like the special effects they can't afford.
Right.
They had this thing in there with, which I thought it was dumb. I don't think it needs to be in there at all. Some subplot with the crooked man.
Okay, and this is my big problem too, because like I was sitting there watching, I was like, all right, I see what you're going for, and then they bring in the crooked man, and I was like, all right, James Wan, you just auditioning for a Slender Man movie. I see what's going on.
Yeah, they had this being in there, the crooked man, that has nothing to do with this case, nothing to do with this movie.
Right.
And it's just, and the reason why they have it there is because, yeah, the Slender Man is probably popular, and plus they got to show you the actual effect of them creating the crooked man. And it's one thing to have that affecting it for no reason, but to like introduce him in stupid ways. You remember that dog was sitting there and he transformed like a transformer?
He's like, surprise. Oh shit! All right.
Like, wait a minute, this don't make no sense right here, man.
I thought it was cool, and I was like, whoa, like that dog's turning into something. And then when it finished the transformation, I was like, all right, that's what you was going for.
Yeah.
Y'all could have left that out.
Yeah, they didn't need all that in there. In the ending to this, they have to put on, big
The
special
climax.
effects. The climax.
Yeah.
The big, which is kind of suspenseful in some parts, but they really start piling on, okay, this is our budget right here. We got the money to do this and this effect right here. And it goes a little bit too hard. But what was a very quiet paced movie, it didn't have that working to its advantage, because for as slow as it was moving, I say slow in the sense that it was well paced in that slow way. It was kind of steady, but it was 2 hours and 14 minutes.
Yeah.
And I noticed that, but at the very end, I'm like, wow, it's just, it's like you sitting there enjoying a movie, and then at the end, somebody with a pan and a spoon behind you, like, ka, ka, ka.
Yeah, I feel like I think this movie was like $40 million, I believe. And I feel like the first 2 hours was like, all right, there's $5 million for that. Then the $35 million went to that last 14 minutes.
10 million went to pay the crooked man.
Yeah. All right, here, Slender, get out of here. We'll see you later.
Yeah, man. I'm very surprised by this film, man. I did not expect the quality of this film to be what it is, and everything that kind of worked in it worked better than the horror movie that it's supposed to be itself. So I'm giving this a matinee.
Okay.
I actually enjoyed this a lot.
And there was some, and this just goes to James Wan's credit. He's an amazing director. There was some things in here I saw. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen that in a horror movie, but that was amazing. The first interrogation scene when Ed gets there and they have the little girl hold water in her mouth.
Yeah.
That's an amazing scene. Like, there's stuff going on that, like, you kind of, like, you don't know if you're making it up with this in your own mind or it's actually happening.
Well, what they did was there's a lot of great camera work that goes on. A lot of it happens in very quiet moments, and you don't even notice.
Right.
There's moments where they play, instead of doing a jump scare, they're playing with perception.
Right.
They're putting things out of focus. They're putting stuff in shadow. There's parts where the camera's moving, and that would be for an action scene, but the camera's panning around a character, and you don't even really notice.
Right.
Because it's playing to the story and playing to that scene. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and they they use sound well in this movie just perfectly, because there's parts where you hear footsteps and you're like, yeah, I need some milk, or like there's parts where like the music's ratcheting up and then it just cuts to the next scene. You're like, I see what you did, James. You thought you was, and then when something actually jumps out, you're like, oh shit, there was something there. So like James Wan did a great job with the pacing of this movie. I did feel it went on a little too long, and they probably could have cut about 20 minutes out of this.
Yeah.
And again, the crooked man just completely, that part alone could have been taken out, and this would have been just a fine film. But I enjoyed this more than the first one, actually, and I would give this one a full price, man.
Full price. Okay, look, I don't blame you, man.
There's a lot of stuff, and I'm thinking about this. There's a lot of things in this movie that we really can't talk about.
Yeah.
To just keep the air of mystery there.
Spoiler free.
But I really liked the way they kind of doubled down at the end. Because you're like, oh, okay, I like that.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. You want a Negro to act right, pull a ghost out.
Exactly.
You'll get quiet as hell.
You got to make it like an old white ghost.
Yeah. Shit, y'all know that's where the Klan came from, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll scare these black folks into thinking we're ghosts.
Ooh, Negro.
Ghost
Ooh.
is running. What the hell?
That's racist.